What's up guys, and welcome back to another video here on B-Mills Wrestling. In today's video, I asked ChatGPT to ask me WWE trivia questions, but there's a twist. For every question that I get wrong, I have to eat a Bean Boozled jelly bean. If you guys aren't familiar with the game Bean Boozled, basically there's a bunch of jelly beans inside this package that I'm holding, and some of them taste good and some of them taste awful. But you don't know which ones are which because they all look the same. Before we get into the video, if you guys are not already, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new videos, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Without further ado, let's eat some jelly beans. Okay, so some of these questions are multiple choice and some of them are true and false. So the very first question that we have on here says, who did Finn Balor defeat to win the inaugural Universal Championship at SummerSlam 2016? This is an obvious one. It was obviously Seth Rollins. Obviously, Finn Balor got injured in the match. It was terrible. He was out for a year, I think it was, and he just hasn't been the same since, hasn't recovered from that. But lucky for me, that was an easy question, so we don't have to eat any of these jelly beans. Moving on to number 2. Question says, what year did the Cruiserweight Classic tournament take place, leading to the revival of the Cruiserweight title? Oof. Now, I remember that Cruiserweight title was with guys like Neville and Cedric Alexander and a few other guys that I can't really remember the names of. I want to say that was 2017. The answers are 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. I'm pretty sure that was 2017, so I'm going to lock in 2017 as my answer. And let's see if we got that right. It was 2016, launched on WWE Network, won by TJP. I kind of forgot about him. So we were 1 year off, which means now we have to eat a jelly bean. You got to be kidding me. As you guys can see, these are the jelly beans. I'm just going to go ahead and wing it, and I'm going to take a blue one. So we're going to eat this blue one right here. I have no idea what the flavors are. I'm about to look, though. This one is not terrible. This is definitely toothpaste. Got the key right here. So the blue one says it's either berry blue or toothpaste. It is 100% toothpaste, but that's not even bad. Considering some of the other ones that are on there, like liver and onions and booger and stink bug, this is probably the best worst one that you can get. So we kind of got bowed out with that one, but I won't eat any more blue ones just because I know what it is now. All right, let's move on to number 4, which says, which superstar won the 2016 Money in the Bank briefcase and successfully cashed it in? I'm pretty sure 2016 was Dean Ambrose. The options are Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was obviously way before 2016. Baron Corbin cashed in unsuccessfully. So that brings me down to Dean and Seth, who both successfully cashed in. But I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins was 2015 when he cashed in at WrestleMania. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is Dean Ambrose. Pretty sure I got this one right. Yep, that is right. Dean Ambrose is correct. Next question on here says, who was the final opponent of The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, John Cena, or Shane McMahon? So I can officially rule out John Cena. I know John Cena was in his last match at WrestleMania. I know it wasn't Roman Reigns. AJ Styles was at 2020, but I don't think that was Taker's last match. I think it was Shane McMahon. I don't remember what year they did it. It might have been 21 or 22. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is Shane McMahon. And it was AJ Styles. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. It was AJ Styles. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, that was before. They did that before AJ Styles. Okay, so another one wrong. Not what you want to see. So now we got to eat another jelly bean. Like I said, I'm not going to eat another blue one just because I know that that's toothpaste. So we're going to go ahead and take this yellow one. I don't know which one this is. Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my God. Yo, that's so bad. That's wet dog. Oh, that is so bad. Oh my God. That taste is horrible. Oh my God, why didn't I just say AJ Styles? Oh my god. I have not had the rest of these, but I'm going to go ahead and say that is probably one of the worst ones. That is horrible. Oh my god. Okay. Moving on from that. Next question. At which event did Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn reunite to defeat the Usos for the undisputed WWE tag titles? This is an easy one. We're not eating a jelly bean. It was WrestleMania 39. Moving on to number 6. What was the first ever NXT TakeOver main event? Sami Zayn versus Cesaro, Bo Dallas versus Neville, Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, or Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. I don't even know who that is, but NXT TakeOver. I'm going to go ahead and say that it was Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. Just because those are two huge NXT guys. I'm going to say that it's Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor as the first NXT TakeOver main event. Let's see. Oh my god, it was Bo Dallas versus Neville. Yeah, I think, oh my god, that was probably the other one I was going to say if I wasn't going to say Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. So now we got to eat another one after we just ate wet dog. Okay. I'm going to try this pink one right here. Oh my god, this one's bad too. It's a stinky socks. Are you kidding me? We just went from eating wet dog to stinky socks. Why can't I get these right? Oh my god. That is terrible. I think wet dog was worse though. By like a little bit. But stinky socks is still pretty bad. Oh my god. I need water. Oh. Ugh, that is so horrible. I think I can still taste the wet dog too. That just adds to it. That is so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Moving on to the next one. We have, which WWE pay-per-view featured the Firefly Funhouse match between Bray Wyatt and John Cena? WrestleMania 36, TLC 2019, SummerSlam 2020, Extreme Rules 2020. This is another easy one. It's WrestleMania 36 when they had their Firefly Funhouse match when John Cena was in the NWO gear. He was in the Thugonomics stuff. That was a fun match if you watched it, but 100% right, and I can confirm that I was right on that. So, moving on to the next one, we don't have to eat stinky socks for at least another 10 seconds. Who was the first person to pin Roman Reigns after his return in 2020 as the Tribal Chief? A. Jey Uso, B. Brock Lesnar, C. Cody Rhodes, D. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, actually, fun fact, he just pinned the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns on WrestleMania Night 1 for the very first time in his Tribal Chief era. So, it's obviously not Seth Rollins. And it is not Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes pinned him at WrestleMania 40. Brock Lesnar has never pinned Roman Reigns in his Tribal Chief era. So it was Jey Uso when Jey Uso pinned Roman at Money in the Bank in the tag match that Jimmy and Jay were going against Roman and Solo. So this doesn't say anything about being a singles match. So this should be Jey Uso as the correct answer. And they have Cody Rhodes. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Jey Uso was the first person to pin Roman Reigns in his Tribal Chief era. This is... Okay, I'm going to clarify right now. You guys can see. Number 8, if this would like to focus, that doesn't say anything about it being a singles match. It just says as the Tribal Chief, which Jay did at Money in the Bank. So, no, I'm taking this as a win. No, we're not eating more stinky socks. No, it's not happening. Moving on. Number 9. Which superstar did Shinsuke Nakamura eliminate last to win the 2018 Royal Rumble? That one was Finn Balor. I already know that. I'll read out the choices anyway. It's Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, John Cena, Finn Balor. I know that Roman Reigns and John Cena were in the final 4, but it was Finn and Shinsuke who were the final 2. So locking it in, it was Finn Balor. We'll go ahead and just make sure that I was right. I could have swore it was Finn Balor. It was Roman Reigns? Okay, it looks like I'm just getting these wrong on purpose now. I could have sworn it was Finn and Shinsuke as the final 2, but apparently it was Roman Reigns. Now I kind of remember it. Roman Reigns was the final 2 in like 10 Royal Rumbles. So now we have to eat another freaking jelly bean. Please give me a good one. We're going to try the black one. I think the black one is either burnt rubber or licorice. So I'm just praying that we get licorice. I don't think we've had a good one so far. We're 0 for 3. So this is burnt tire. Oh my god. Why is my luck so bad? I'm 0 for 4. Okay. Oh my god, it actually tastes like a burnt tire. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, not as bad as the wet dog or the stinky socks, but that still is not pleasant. Oh my god. I could have swore that it was Finn Balor. I think I'm just like out of touch now. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Who did Gunther defeat to win the Intercontinental Championship in June 2022? A. Ricochet, B. Sheamus, C. Sami Zayn, D. Drew McIntyre. I can confidently say it was Ricochet, who's no longer in WWE anymore. Because, no, it was not Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn was the one who beat Gunther for that IC title, and Sheamus has never held the title. So this is without a doubt Ricochet, and we are correct. So we get out of eating jelly beans there. Okay, moving on to the final 5 questions. These are all true or false questions, so I have a 50% chance of getting these right. The first one has Bayley was the first ever women's Grand Slam champion in WWE history. I think she was, but maybe not, because she was a tag champ, right? And she won both titles and the NXT. Okay, I think it was Bayley. Because it wasn't Becky, right? I don't think it was Charlotte. So I'm going to go ahead and say true on this. I do think it was Bayley. And that is true. It was Bayley. She was the first ever women's Grand Slam champion. So moving on to our 12th question. True or false, Daniel Bryan retired in 2016 and never wrestled again in WWE after that? That is obviously false. Daniel Bryan would end up coming back, and his last match in WWE would be in 2020 when he lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Okay. Down to the final 3 questions. True or false, Seth Rollins has competed in more Hell in a Cell matches than Roman Reigns? That's a tough one. I don't know. Oh, man. Seth had a Hell in a Cell match against Bray Wyatt, which was awful. I'm trying to remember all of them. I don't think my brain is going to be able to remember all these Hell in a Cell matches. So, man, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say false on this one, but I feel like I'm going to get this one wrong. It's probably close, but I'm going to go say false, right? Like, that makes sense. I think Roman probably had a little bit more. So, let's see. Oh, my God, it's true. It is true. Seth Rollins, oh my God, that is terrible. Seth Rollins had more Hell in a Cell matches than Roman Reigns, and we have to eat another jelly bean. Okay. We haven't eaten an orange one yet. I don't know what kind this is, what we're going to be eating. Oh, God, wait. Dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie. Please, just give me a good one. I need a good one. This is dead fish. Oh my God. That's over 5. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, that's the worst one. That's the worst one. I don't like fish in general, let alone a dead fish jelly bean. Oh my God. That is so bad. I don't even know if I can swallow that. I gotta try. Still not down. Oh my God, that's horrible. That is the worst jelly bean in here. Oh my God. And wet dog was horrible. Alright, it's down the hatchet. Oh my God. I don't know if that taste is going to leave my mouth. That is so bad. I'm going to need a piece of gum after this video. Oh my Lord. 0 for 5. We have yet to get a good one. The first one was toothpaste, and that was fine. But the rest of them just have been horrible. Okay. Final 2 questions. Trying to get this over with. True or false? The Fiend never held the WWE Championship, only the Universal title. Okay. I don't know if this is like some trick question because Bray Wyatt held the WWE Championship. The Fiend only ever held the Universal Championship. So if they screw us like they tried to screw us on the other one with Roman Reigns being pinned and not clarifying that they meant a singles match or a tag match, I am going to lose my mind. But no, it should be true because true. Because he only held the Universal title in 2021 when he lost to Roman. So I should be right on that. And I was. It is true. Okay. Down to the last question, finally. Then we can get this over with. True or false? CM Punk returned to WWE during the 2023 Survivor Series in Chicago. That is true. 100%. They gave us an easy last question. I think I went through enough pain through this video. I ate 5 bad jelly beans. We were 0 for 5. I didn't get a single good one. I don't know what the odds are of that, but the odds were not in my favor, that's for sure. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss any new videos. And yeah, with that said, see you in the next one.